Hey y'all, this is your girl Attention Soul, and I'm back with another word. I'm back with another message. And today's message, I know it's going to be able to resonate for a lot of people. I know I'm not the first person to go through this testimony, and I know I won't be the last. So that is why I get up here to give you guys a message that I know is going to resonate with thousands of people. And also, I don't want people to feel like they're the only ones going through things. There were times where I felt really alone within my journey, and I felt like nobody was going through what I was going through. I felt like I didn't have anybody but God to talk to. And God is pushing me because he's been channeling through me all week. He actually gave me this message last week. Last week, and I didn't put it out because I was supposed to put it out the same night that I put out my last video, but you know what, everything happens within divine timing, so no push, no worries, no rush with the Lord. Everything that he does is within divine timing and with divine will, and he is perfect, we are not, and we just have to honor his wishes. And whenever he gives us the energy to do things, we got to do it. But tonight's topic, let's get into it. Tonight's topic is they will hate you for your pain. And I know that hate is a very strong word, but some people do walk around with hate within their hearts. And some people are envious, some people are jealous over the smallest minuscule things, and they do not know the things that you had to go through. They did not know that what you went through, what you had to go through, what God wanted you to go through, could have very well taken your life. It could have ended your whole being. But there's a reason why you're still here, and there's a reason why your testimony is so purposeful. It is so strong. It is so mighty, just like the Lord. And your pain itself gives you a testimony. This is why people will dislike you so much. This is why people will try to control you. This is why people will try to label you. This is why people will try to undermine you. This is why people will talk about behind your back, throw rocks at you, but then hide their hands. This is why people will make up things and narratives about your life, and they try to take that pen so bad away from you. They try to take that marker so bad away from you. They try to rebrand your territory. They try to take away your territory. But God's not having it. So you're not having it, and you're just following God. You're like, God, like, you know, whatever you say goes. You may be scared, but you're willing, and that's the whole point. That's what makes you worthy. You may be scared, but you're willing to fight. You're willing to keep up the faith. That is something that nobody can take away from you. Sorry, I'm in a parking lot and I'm like seeing cars and stuff, but moving on. Your pain has, like I said, it's giving you purpose. It's made how you walk, how you talk, how you think, everything, how you move. It's made everything that you do, everything that you are. Your pain, your testimony has made you purposeful. It's made everything that you do purposeful and intentional within the Lord's eyes, within the Lord's plans for you, within the Lord's plans for other people's lives surrounding you. It's made everything that you do purposeful. All right. Your pain has made you a walking, breathing, living testimony. Your testimony now has life because of your pain. Your testimony now has a grand purpose because of your pain. Like you went through a lot because you were meant to share it with millions of people. You were meant to help people along their path. You were meant to help people heal. I am a healer, guys. I heal people with my words. I heal people with my throat chakra. It's all God-given. Literally, confirmation. He makes me burp sometimes for confirmation. But it gave you something to live for, because you could have died many times. You could have given up on your life, guys. And this is very important. Your life is very important. Without your life, you cannot carry out your soul's purpose, okay? You know, your vessel is what helps you carry out your soul's purpose. Okay, that's what your vessel is here for. Living through your testimony is your job. and continuing to live throughout your testimony, continuing to walk throughout your testimony boldly, faithfully, persistently, not giving up. That is the continuance of you working within the workforce of life. See, people, this is what ties into my 9 to 5 is not a part of your purpose, because people will try to project the fact that you don't like working regular jobs. They try to project that on you by saying that you're lazy, or that if you don't work like how they do, that you don't have a purpose, or that your purpose isn't as purposeful as theirs, or that you aren't doing enough within the 3D. And people deem that to be unworthy. But God says the work that you do for me within the spiritual realm is just enough. If not, it equates to more. God has given people on this earth different missions to fulfill. You guys got to understand that. Not everybody's going to have the same mission. And even though I am a human being and I operate within the 3D, I also operate within the 5D. I am a highly spiritual being. That is what God has put me on this earth to do. He has put me on this earth to honor him and to heal myself and other people collectively. And I will honor him while I do it every step of the way. Okay, and if he tells me that I don't need to be within a specific workplace, I'm going to listen. If he tells me that, okay, Jasmine, you completed your assignment within this place, you may move forward. Or you've completed your lesson, because God puts a lot of his children within different places, organizations, workplaces, different schools, different classes. He does this for us. He has us switching around a lot. 1, so we can learn lessons. 2, so therefore the lessons that we learn, we can teach other people with our testimony. Because we had to go through pain as we were switching around, as we were constantly moving, constantly shifting, growing, and all these growing pains, these mental growing pains, these spiritual growing pains, having heart palpitations because your heart is healing at a rapid pace. But God is just saying, have faith, hold my hand through this, hold my hand, follow me blindly. Jesus Christ is the only person that you need to be following blindly, for he is the one and he is the only, okay? And the continuance is you having faith throughout life. The continuance of life is you working within the workforce, if that makes sense. Your life is your work. Your life is your job. You know that title, people, that man-made title, job. Your whole life is that. Okay? You are working for the Lord. You are working for Christ, for he works throughout you. It's a team. This is the only team, you know what I mean? This is the only team that you really need. This is the only team that you need to be tag teaming with, for real. He's got your back. You got to believe it. You got to believe it. And one last point is that people will try to compete and compare pain with you. People will try to show fake love and compassion with you. And you know how to read that type of stuff. So that type of stuff don't even bother you no more. You know? But people will formulate this obsession with you to get to know you. They will mask it as love. They will masquerade as a light being. They will masquerade as somebody that is filled with love, just to get to know you, to tear you down, just to compete testimonies, just to compare pain. But listen, God does not want us to do that. God does not want us, especially his children, God does not want his children to compete and compare for who's been through enough pain and who's been able to endure it the longest and the best, who has the best accolades, who has the best rewards. The best reward is having a relationship with him. That is the only reward that you need. Okay? And the difference, and this is how you'll be able to differentiate, guys, who is doing it for the right reasons and who's doing it for not the right reasons. The difference is what you did and what you are making out of your pain and your suffering. And we're not even talking about 3D accolades. We're talking about spiritual accolades. We're talking about how close we can get with the Almighty God. We are talking about that. That is how God is going to remain pleased with us, is if we deny our flesh and if we show people and if we become first of all, the person that he wants us to be, the people that he wants us to be. But if we become within his image and we show people that you can still live a great, fun, enthusiastic life while having a close relationship with God, and you're not missing out on anything. These humanly accolades, they're not going to feed your spirit and your soul. They may feed your ego. They may make you feel good within the moment. But I'm saying this is a part of my testimony. The only thing that makes me feel good is the things that make me closer to God. The people, the places, those things that make me feel like I'm getting closer, one step closer to him. And that's the whole point, guys. They will hate you. They will despise you. They will dislike you. They will dishonor you. They will slander your name. They will make up stories about you. They will do all different types of things to belittle your testimony. And God wanted me to say this because I said this in one of my TikToks. There are people that will deny your testimony because they don't want to be the people to back you up. They are too scared to step up and admit the pain and the trials and the tribulations that you have gone through. But God said that they are not your destiny helpers. And if they were your assigned destiny helpers in the past, they're not your destiny helpers anymore. They have completed their assignment within your life, because God needs people around you that will stand up for him and will stand up for you. And that is the whole point. 11:11 on the clock as soon as I said that. You need to stand up for him and you need to stand up for his people. Period. There's no question about it anymore. Okay, guys? And don't hate your brother and your sister as they are walking within Christ. Do not hate your brother and your sister. Everybody is trying nowadays and nobody's perfect. And God does not say you have to be perfect in order to be worthy. And one thing that I always like to say is that strive for perfection, but don't say that you're perfect. Don't think that you're perfect, but strive for it, okay? Each day, try to be the best person that you can be. And I think that's pretty much it. Guys. And one last thing, I want you guys to ask yourself, why do people love me, or why does this person love me? And do you feel like it's for selfish reasons? Do they love me in the same way that I love them, or do they love me in the same way that I love myself? And do they bring me closer to God? Ask yourself that. Does this person, place, or thing bring me closer to God? And is it making me feel able within my life? And that's all that matters, okay? But God loves you. I love you. And that was the message for today. Peace and blessings. Have a great night.